name is Martine. Welcome to my 16th multiple sclerosis video blog. It's about a month since I last posted here. I have since been to Mexico for Christmas, and it was a fabulous trip, really. Everything worked out very, very well there because I got wheelchair assistance right through the airports, and I was treated with absolute respect when I got to the hotel. It was amazing. They could not do enough for me. Incidentally, it is the Xcaret Occidental in the Riviera Maya. So I think all the other hotels are pretty good too in the way they treat people with disabilities. And indeed, on the excursion to Chichen Itza, I saw other people, young people too, in wheelchairs being accommodated by the bus company. So I would have no problem recommending anyone to go to Cancun Riviera for their holiday. If you have a disability, use a wheelchair, have any problems at all, it's a terrific place. Pre-Christmas I got COVID and a follow-up bacterial lung infection, but I was okay. I got an antibiotic for the latter, and the COVID wasn't too bad because I had been vaccinated. You know, I got the booster along with the flu vaccine. So I personally believe in getting vaccinated, and really, if you have something like MS, you really have to do that. But so I got that sufficiently ahead of Christmas so that it didn't spoil it. And I did get to go out with friends for lunch before Christmas and, you know, do one or two Christmassy things. So it was a very pleasant time altogether. And but in the past few days, things, well, maybe the last week, I'd say, things took a bit of a turn for the worse in terms of my mobility. However, having said that, I've kind of improved again today. I'll tell you the story about that. I'm still pending treatment with Ocrevus, but I have to clear the hurdles first. Well, I have to clear the hurdle of proving that I don't have, no longer have human papillomavirus around cervix area. But I mean, you can't get rid of that by a magic wand. It kind of often disappears of its own accord. So really, I had to buy a home test kit for €89. So I will do that on Monday, put it in the post and send it to the laboratory, and kind of fingers crossed it comes back negative. The home test kit was supplied by this company in Ireland called Let's Get Checked, and they do a series of different tests, but it's very handy to be able to do your own HPV test in the privacy of your home, and the convenience, and the postage and everything is included in the €89. So and it's a well validated test too, but you do have to be thorough and follow the instructions properly, because you don't want to miss positive. If you are positive, you can't just go for MS treatment and it could activate a virus into malignancy if it's still strong and there and active. So you can't take chances, and I'm not going to. So I will do that now on Monday. Today is Saturday, so that's 2 days' time when the lab is. I also have to get an MRI, which was ordered by Professor Tubridy. It's going to take place in the Blackrock Clinic. VHI is covering me for it. Mind you, if I were with another health insurer, there is a supplement. So it is, in my experience, VHI is the best insurer for somebody like myself who has a lot of stuff, a lot of potential medical bills. But it's going to be done on the 16th, and it'll help Professor Tubridy in evaluating whether lesions are active or kind of much the same. In other words, that it's old damage versus new damage. It's new damage that is can be treated by Ocrevus and other immune suppressants. So I said to you that I had some very bad days recently. And when I mean bad days, I mean I just could barely move from my bed without falling down. I mean, really, really frightening stuff. And, you know, I was saying to myself, like, I had very dark thoughts. I won't share them here, but you know the type of dark thoughts I mean. It was quite shocking that I couldn't move around my apartment, even my apartment, without the rollator. My right leg had completely gone dead. My left leg, very little power in it. And even holding a cup to my mouth was an effort, because I really had to kind of bring my head down to the cup and clasp it with both hands. And I was shaking a lot, you know, I had this tremor, and I'm fairly steady now, but it was all over, tremor all over. It was a very bewildering thing altogether. And I just would not like to become like that on any kind of long-term basis, you know. It's something I don't want to countenance. Now, I've come out of it today, but I still am a bit more compromised than I was before that attack. I'll tell you about a procedure I had done, which has nothing to do with MS, but it just happens to coincide with my bit of an improvement today, because I had the procedure last night. Remember at the time I had the stomach ulcers following the peritonitis, which was following the uterine perforation, following the attempted hysteroscopy, following an MRI finding, incidental finding, which they were worried was cervical cancer already in place. Anyway, the stomach is all right, my stomach is all right, but I had the procedure in the Beacon Hospital with my old surgeon, Diarmuid O'Riordan. We always have a good laugh. He's from Cork, you know, he's got the banter and I have the banter. And we always hit it off. Very funny, talking about Antarctica and all sorts of things. And I did thank him about my ileostomy and how he had taken colitis out of my life. He's a marvellous surgeon, so I highly recommend him to you. I had the procedure under sedation just to check up how my stomach was. As I say, it's okay, it's fine. I do have reflux, but I managed that with treatment. But the procedure was very straightforward. I was sedated, but I was awake and relaxed. And the tube was passed down my throat. No problem at all. They gave a bit of local anesthetic for you to kind of gargle and swallow, and so you don't feel any pain with it. And I kind of made a kind of singing, humming sound as it was being passed down, because it relaxed my throat muscles, and I could not have any problem with it. Some people kind of feel they're gagging. Well, if you do that, if you kind of make a note or a sound or a tune or anything like that, so long as you don't sound you're being strangulated and frighten the staff doing it to you, doing the scope to you, it's very relaxing. You can relax your throat muscles and you don't feel the thing happening at all when you do that. And I was watching the screen. I had great fun watching the inside of my esophagus, stomach and duodenum, and identifying all the parts. You know, it's something I love. You know, I take a great interest in science and medicine and all of that kind of thing. So it went very well. So that's it for the moment. And I'll just show you a few videos about my trip in Mexico and an example of how I was walking yesterday. So you'll see in my own apartment, you'll see the way it got for me. So There is hope I may get some treatment. We'll see, and I'll talk to you again. Thank you for watching.
And they figured out that when she was playing in various different